Hey everybody, it's your boy Jwa, Gardening with Jwa, and today we're doing seed action. I got my phone down below, so hopefully I can get this right. I got a bunch of grow bags. Effectively, what's gonna happen is I am going to pot up all of these grow bags. I have some citrus seedlings to my right, behind my knee, that I ripped out of the ground pretty terribly, unfortunately. So I had to cut them way back. You can see that maybe over there, all that greenery is me cutting them back. And it sucks because I did a bad job removing them from in the ground because it was right next to the Shangri-La mulberry. So unfortunately, I'm hoping they make it, but there's a solid chance I do this activity, I pot these guys up and it dies. I'm accepting that because at the end of the day, these are just random citrus seedlings that started randomly, either from a red grapefruit or a blood orange. That's what I believe these seedlings to be from. So, we'll see how that goes. They're all clustered together too, so it was just terrible. So I am going to move this a little bit, adjust. I got all my stuff here. It's just gonna be a little weird. I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna adjust you up a tiny bit and give myself access. And effectively, I should just be able to start shoveling dirt in here, really. Although, leave it to me to have it so close. Yeah, look at that. Hopefully you guys can get a beautiful shot of just my thigh. Now, I also have it close to all these guys because I'm an idiot. And I should have put them, I'm trying to heel them in over there so I can actually get access to all this dirt. So I essentially just dumped a bunch of peat moss in this little kiddie pool you see here. And yeah, this is a big old chunk. I'm gonna have to definitely scrunch up stuff. But yeah, so we'll set this up and then I'll be able to do each piece at a time. And then hopefully, hopefully, no issues. We shall see how this works. Because I just threw a bunch of peat moss in here and just said good luck. Oh yeah. We have to, some of it dried a little bit. Peat moss always drying. I threw it all into this bucket and just filled it full of water. That's probably good. Okay. So now, you can see the little phone doing the cord and stuff. So now I'm just gonna get in there. I'm gonna zhuzh it up. I'm gonna do this for all of them. Because as you know, there was a giant clog in there. So let me break it up. Yeah, breaking that up. Okay, so let's stamp it down. And let's say that we're going to about a compressed just below, see where this separates right here? Just below that, and we're gonna call that one good. We're not done, obviously, but we're gonna call that one good. Let me adjust my camera so I can see better. Let me adjust this. That fix my problem? I wish I could force it to stay the rotation. It just keeps wanting to do that. I don't know why. Whatever. I guess it's just gonna freak me out. Sorry guys, I'm playing with my phone here. I'm playing with my phone. If I do this, it really does not like. Honestly, I'm just gonna put it like this. I'm gonna do it like this. It is what it is. Into the world, into the world or whatever, but it is what it is. And then I'll explain to you guys all the cool stuff that I'm planting up. So you guys will have to stick with me on this. It won't be the most riveting piece, but at least this first part. I should have pre-gamed this. I didn't think it through. I was trying to get as much as I could set up, but I probably should have pre-gamed all of these guys into, oh shoot, into all this. Yeah. And I feel like a fat boy. I can't bend all the way down because of this gadget. Swoosh that. Yeah. Lord, Lord. Right. I almost should. Yeah, I should have pre-gamed this. Cam would have been easier. That way people aren't getting shot in my thighs. Oh, that's actually a great idea. Guys, I'm going to use some movie magic because it'll take forever using a trowel when I can just use a shovel. So I'm going to pause, and then when you come back, you're going to see all the bags lined up like here, super pretty, like movie magic. All right, sweet. So now we're here. I filled them all up, most of the way up. And then what I'm effectively going to do is I'm going to pot these citrus first, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look how jacked up I did. Look at that. Damaged the roots so fucking bad. Pardon my language. So bad. Oh, I ripped it because the shovel slipped. I'm very ashamed, but I cut it back really crazy. These were just seedlings right under the Shangri-La. As you can see from the bird poop. I don't know if you can see that. So hopefully they managed to hold on and maintain strength and don't die. This one has the best shot. This one has the most roots. This one has the worst shot. Look how little roots it has. It's borderline screwed. And then I also plucked out a little one of these guys, which was just this mulberry seedling, which is interesting because it had the weird leaves and then the regular leaves. And I ripped it out like 2 days ago. And then I was like, well, let me put it in this. If it survives, I'll plant it, is what I said. Pretty cool, right? So let's talk strategy here. So I got 10 plants. I have, and you'll see them as I go, but I have an Eastside mulberry. I have a Celeste and a Chicago Hardy fig. I have a black Suriname cherry seedling. I have a Calamondin seedling. I have a loquat seedling. I have 3 random citrus seedlings, either grapefruit or blood orange. And then I have this random mulberry seedling that sprouted out of the ground that is clearly a seedling and not a root shoot or whatever you want to call it. And then as far as amendments go, I have, as you know, my typical minerals, my basalt rock dust. I have my Dr. Iron, especially for the citrus, like the Dr. Iron, just nice. I have EB stone, the 733 fruit tree or the citrus fruit tree fertilizers right here. I am going to hit these guys with some fish emulsion when I water them in. After I water them in, I'm going to give them a hit of fish emulsion, so good luck with that. And then on my Mexican, I think I'm not going to mulch them immediately, but I think on my Mexican, because they're going to be pretty protected, I'm not too concerned. I might use, I have this Mexican sunflower that's over there. I might cut it down and mulch it up to get some green mulch, because I don't want to use wood on these guys, but we'll see what happens. And then I have this right here, which is just agricultural molasses and like substrate, just dry. I'm going to use that. So effectively, what am I doing here? I have the basalt and Dr. Iron, which acts as my minerals. I have my fertilizer that is obviously going to run through, right? And then I have the fish emulsion I'm going to hit them with, and I have the sugars to kind of jumpstart the bacterial soil life, like inoculate the soil with the fertilizer, jumpstart the bacterial overlife. And then what's going to happen is I'm largely just going to be chopping and mulching up my, I think, Mexican sunflower. And then because it's such a green waste, and then using that as a mold style decompose really fast, and then just use liquid feed from then on to grow these guys up and outside of their initial inoculation, because that's how all these guys have been growing, just liquid feed, which is just fish and kelp emulsion. Easy, simple to do. I don't have to take the mulch out, rub it all in, put it in every month. It just makes it easier to use a liquid. I'm gonna hit them once a week, call it a day, right? Pretty simple. So then I'm gonna move this further back in, and then effectively what I'm gonna do is, here's my bag. Some of this right here is some vermiculite that was just, I dumped in that thing, so that's what you're seeing here. But effectively, I need to make this drainable, but I also want water retention. Now, the reason I chose these pots, is that these pots are fabric, so I wanted something that's gonna air prune. I have these little plastic things, and I also have, I'll show you in a later video what I'm putting this on, but I'm putting it out in the yard on a sheltered location, so that's gonna be pretty sweet. Let me go ahead and just grab some, I need a better shovel, little spade. Just do like 4 of that. So 4 of that. And then I just got this vermiculite I got off Amazon. Honestly, because it doesn't come in like an official bag, it looks so shady. You know, it's supposed to be organic for farming, but you know, we'll see. Don't want to breathe in any dust, so I'm going to do it like this. Look at that prettiness right there. I'm going to do 4 of these. I mean, I'm not really worried about aeration in these pots. I think you'd be pretty hard pressed to have an issue with these guys. I do want to use this up though. Oh yeah, and the rock dust. I mean the lava sand. I love the lava sand. Honestly, I love the lava sand. I'll use it as a scoop. Look at that. Just look at that prettiness right there. All right, and then just mix it in. Oh, shoot. Well, that's one way to mix it in, Jesus. There. I'm not trying to do a crazy great job, to be honest, because I'm not really concerned about this pot not having good aeration, because it's like, look at it. It's literally in a fabric bag, and I'm going to have it be under or on top of a plastic stand on some cardboard out in the yard underneath the Shangri-La. So it's going to have that afternoon shade, and it's going to have that early morning sun when the sun's at an angle, right? I mean, am I really concerned that these trees aren't going to be able to breathe? Not. Their roots are going to struggle? Not really. There we are. So let's go ahead and pack this in. And that's probably where I like it to be honest. Right around here. Yeah, this is perfect. So then, in order to make the planting easy, I think I might just, I don't know, should I just pot this one up? Or should I pack them all the same and then grab it? You know what, fuck, well, screw it. I'm not gonna show me fertilizing and all that stuff because I don't want to get all the dust and stuff everywhere, but I am going to show me planting it. So let's just go ahead and grab one and I'll show you essentially how I'm doing it. So this is gonna be the root crown. Oh, fly. This is gonna be the root crown right here, as you can see. So I can see the roots. I'm probably gonna plant it up like this. I'm not too concerned because, like I said, it's in a pot. And if this actually does produce something cool, or survives, I should say, then, you know, I'll do something. So I'm looking at this. And then all I'm going to do is just going to go in here. It like barely fits. Oh yeah. Barely fits. And it's got thorns. My favorite. Oh yeah. Let's do this. Oh. These thorns are crazy. And yeah, it's probably good enough. I'm not too crazy, too worried about it. Grab a little bit more if I need to. Fluff it out, but it's pretty much there. I gotta grind it, but and there we are. Voila, ta-da, ta-da. There it is. I had to do it based on the roots, so it's obviously not like perfectly in the pot, but there we go. Ta-dow, ta-dow. Ugh. Now, can I put this off to the side? Ugh. What that visual is. Yeah. So let's put you right there. Hopefully you do good. We'll see. Once I water it in, we'll see how bad or great of a job I did. All right, next one up. Just watch out for this. Let's just pull it right here. Okay, once again, same kind of thought process. I'm just gonna grab, I'll also call this Project Baby Trees. I don't want to say seedling because not all of these are seedlings. Some of these are tissue cultures. One. 2. 3. 4. Sorry, I gotta count. 1. So this one is gonna be 1. 2. 3. 4. This is the vermiculite. 5. 6. Boop. Oh, I gotta chop it up. So then, as you can see, just a simple without my little preview. See, yeah, it's a simple, just chop it in. You know, nothing crazy, nothing astronomical. Oh, I just gotta be careful so it doesn't all just go to the sides. Because, so what's the purpose? Vermiculite, lava sand, aeration plus water retention. They absorb and hold on to water. The lava sand's porous, so it just kind of grabs water, whereas the vermiculite, I think, like actually absorbs it. Don't quote me on that, guys. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble. All right, nice chop up. And next to citrus. See, look at this. This guy's in trouble. This guy is in trouble. And juvenile citrus tend to be thorny, and then they'll lose their thorns. Oh yeah. So it's just smack this guy down. I don't want him to be too deep. In fact, I might have messed that up, but we'll see. I'm not as concerned because there is air and this isn't their final resting place, you know. But he just doesn't have any roots, so I just want him to like be able to survive. Oh. And there we have it. He's wobbly in there. I just gotta water him in and hope for the best, to be honest. I might have to get a little kind of like I did right there for the, see those little sticks inside the mulberry. I might have to do that for this guy and the other citrus just to get them going. We'll see. Ah, thorn. Thorn! Honestly, I should move this to the side. 1 second, guys. 1 second. So I can do this. Can we watch? Make sure. Yeah, I can just drag it out. It's way easier. Way easier. Like I said, I might have to stake them up, to be honest. But I'll do that later. I'll do that post. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so let's hit this guy up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy to it. Just having fun, chilling. It's 7:07 right now. So the sun's at a perfect level. We'll see how fast I go doing this. Ooh, oh, I got caught there. And then I might not show me doing all of it. There's just a balance of like, you know, how long can this thing record for? Because I can't figure out how to get it to record on 1440p 60 FPS because it wants to do 240, and it just takes up a lot of space on the 64 gigabyte micro SD. So, just been so I've just been doing 4K, but then Kim renders it down to 2, i.e. 1440p. But we'll see how it works. And then, but I think this thing could probably only hold like an hour tops. And it's gonna get dark, so once it gets dark, the light's gonna get terrible. So I just have to be mindful of that. You know, nothing too crazy. I think my logic is if I do something mucky and, you know, something happens and the plants don't make it or whatever, I'm not sweating it. If this, my lack of mixing is what causes these plants to fail, yeah, you know, I guess it is what it is. They were never destined for me. Simple as that. And there it is. Oh yeah, I put that right here. So next up on the chopping blocks, this guy, who I grabbed brutishly by the roots. Look at him. Look at that freaking damage. Oh, just brutal. Look at that split right there. Fudge. I can't just cut that off because then there'll be no root. So I'm just gonna have to hope it heals good. And I just pruned it, everything to like a few leaves. This thing's gonna be shocked like no one's business. It is not gonna be happy. So now when I go to, if say these do taste really, really good, like it produces something really, really good, when I go to actually like, oh shoots. When I go to actually plant, I'll make sure I got a good root flare, you know? But for now, I'm not super concerned if I bury the lead a little bit, so to speak, the root flare. And there we go. Another citrus bites the dust. No, I'm just kidding, it's alive, it's not dead. But let me just drag that on over here without hurting myself. Perfect. Perfection. So, next up, look at that. When I soaked this tub in water, not all of it, you know, took, but most of it did. Enough for me to not worry about the hydrophobicness of peat moss that caused any issues. Okay, next up will be the mystery. I mean, it has leaves like an old mulberry I used to have that I cut down, and it also had the leaves of the dwarf everbearing. So to me, I wonder if it was like genetic drift. Sorry, you're gonna hear a loud chopper sounds. Whoa, sheriff. Whoa, someone's in trouble. Someone's in trouble. Dude, you know what's kind of crazy? Giant spider, don't go here. Yeah, go away, spider. I'm not trying to kill you, but just get out of the way. It's not a giant spider, it's like a small spider, but you know what I mean. Ugh. You know, I never understood the desire to commit crimes. Seems like it's just more hassle than it's worth. Oh, they're flying back again. What is going on? Well, if someone's on the loose and I die, guys, at least I die doing what I love. Plants. Alright. Let me just mix that up and get that a zhuzh. A little zhuzh. Oh yeah. And yeah, so I got the fabric pots because I like the aeration, but also like the fact that it's gonna prune the roots. Okay. Oh, I did research on a GoPro, and this thing, so guys, I don't know what cut out in the video, but it overheated. I don't know if it's because it's recording at 4K that's why it like overheats and it's gonna die. That's super frustrating. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I gotta figure out a way to I don't want to do 1080p, but I might have to just, I want to do 1440. I gotta figure out a way to do it because it would suck to do 1440 or 1080p. But I think what I'm gonna have to do because of this situation is I'm gonna line all these guys up, and I think I'm just gonna showcase it because I don't know how long I was going for, probably like 30 minutes, and I don't want this to die and overheat on me again. So I'm gonna do a quick little showcase in a tour, and you guys get what's happening here, right? Like, I'm gonna have to figure something out so it doesn't keep doing this. But as you can see the process, I'm gonna get up. Hopefully this doesn't, oh. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna show you stuff. And I'll show you these plants at a later date when I'm doing like an actual garden tour. So let's do this. This is Project Seedling, and then I'm gonna riff into just a quick showcase of the yard before this thing overheats. And even though there's no sun out right now, it's really disappointing. But here are the guys I planted, looking really, really pretty awesome, right? Here's the flame grapefruit. Here's the mini Olotangelo. Let me adjust that so you guys can see better. Pretty sweet. Also, I clear cut the yard. That's where I'm going to put the seedlings right there, so that no grass grows through. That's my little star fruit. Isn't that crazy? That's where the citrus were, like right there. Right there. It's great when you can use my phone. And there's a little star fruit. This little stick. See it? This little stick right here. Beautiful little star fruit. That's something that's definitely a carpenter bee is hitting up. So then if I go here, you can see my stuff. I got fruit, citrus fruit. There it is, you can see there. I actually am getting some citrus fruit, which is really good. I took off, there was a big fruit on this guy, the Shiranui, took it off. As you can see, I got fruit here. I got grass I got to deal with. But, I mean, everything's looking pretty good when you go in here. Sherry, Mystique, which is just a seedling. Oh, wow, I have longan fruit. You guys can't see that back there, but I got longan. Whoa! Was that blue giant wasp. I also got a strawberry guava. Okay, and I'm back. Guys, you won't believe it. 2 times overheated on me. I gotta figure that out. But look at these guys. See if you can see it. Look at that, all 10 of them. They're there. I just gotta water them and then fertilize them with some liquid. But you see that? All 10 of them. They're on the cardboard, so the grass doesn't grow through. And then they're on these little plastic things because I want full aeration for hopefully better root pruning. And the reason I keep them over here rather than by the patio is since I'm gonna be fertilizing these guys, to the extent the excess fertilizer runs out, I want the trees to benefit and not just go straight into an area where there's never going to be anything growing in the ground, was my logic. So whew, we did it. That's it. It's gonna be a short one. I know I cut off with there when I was talking about other stuff. Little disjointed, I know, but apparently this thing wants to overheat on me 20 times a day. And then you can see I still got yard work to do. Let me go over there real quick so you can see. See this? You can see, let's see, you can see where I stopped all the grass that got cut to free up. There's my, right here, there's my Oro Blanco grapefruit. So you can see I got grapefruits on my Rio. My Rio's doing beastly. So I let the Rio fully produce just for size control. Little canna lily. If you look up there, you can see canna lily that's blooming. But yeah, a lot of stuff. I still gotta work my way back there to get all that. But look, boy, did I do a good job trimming through here. Whew, you can see the line in the sand on the battle against the grass. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Appreciate you guys. Whew, like I said, I'm gonna figure it out how to, I think maybe because I have the covering, it's overheating. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out and then hopefully I can do some better quality videos, but it's a learning progress. This is JWA signing out. Bye guys.